and in 3D, no modeling 3D. Let's get started right away. Alright, let's whip one up real quick.
Got it. I'll make a Mode 8 style background plus a simple character demo. Done. Here's the Mode 8 demo stage. Main features. 1. Mode 7 style background in 3D space. 2. Billboard sprite, always faces the camera.
A billboard is a system that displays flat objects made to look like 2D images, always facing toward the camera. It's a standard feature in Unity and Unreal Engine, and of course Godot supports it too. However, even this standard feature has some things it can't do.
3. 8-directional movement. 4. Camera rotation.
It moved! So far it's gone super smoothly. Now, what should we do next? Let's prepare 8-directional sprites. I'll handle the images on my end, so can you just update the rendering part?
Updating the script. Updated. Main features. Automatic loading of 8-directional sprites. Automatically switches based on movement direction. Go ahead and place the images and try it out.
A girl standing straight forward with her feet together. Glamorous yet slim model-like figure. Short black hair, wearing a Japanese high school uniform. Please draw her in an anime style with Japanese painting, but with a nice sense of depth. Okay, looks good. Now, please draw the back view and side view of this image. Okay, looks good. Now please draw the diagonal back and diagonal front views. Okay, looks good. Apply transparency and place the images in the right positions. There we go. The character display is working like that now. But the green panel shown for convenience is covering around the character's thighs. The full body of the image isn't visible. Is that the idea?
Problem. Character hidden by the green ground. It's an issue with camera position and character position. I'll fix it.
Also, the movement still feels a bit off. If we tried to make a fighting game with this system, preparing separate images for every motion would be a huge pain.
That's actually the biggest challenge. Motion times angle combinations explode. Punch times 8 directions equals 8 images. Kick times 8 directions equals 8 images. Hit reaction, jump, special moves. It quickly jumps to dozens or even hundreds of images. Deformation effects are also limited. Stretching, skew, and similar deformations also require separate handling.
Plus, with only 8 directions, you can't see from above or below. We're assuming the character and camera don't rotate vertically. For attacks, we can fix each character's pose like a ninja making a hand sign in. Have the actual attack come out as a separate projectile. That way one version is enough. Same for running and walking. If we make a run motion, it gets stuff saw. But the character on a skateboard, car, or bike in one version works for everything. So basically default, one idle, one moving set of 8 images. And for each new attack pose, we add another set of 8. If it's too much work, keep the attack pose fixed per character and fire separate projectiles. That's exactly how Genbear Goemon impacted punches, pipe attacks, and coin throws.
Perfect analysis. You're designing the game with full awareness of the constraints. Vertical rotation issue. 8 directions horizontal only equals 8 images. Add up/down and it becomes a sphere equals 24 plus directions. Not realistic. That's territory for full 3D. Smart labor-saving design. Turn movement into vehicles. Bike, skateboard, hoverboard. Body stays fixed, only rotates. Just like Goemon Impact where the character rides a robot. Attacks expressed as projectiles. Character only shows ready pose. Actual attack is a separate object. Straight Goemon Impact style. Game genres that work within these constraints: shoot 'em up versus fighting, long-range focus; action, RPG; racing battle.
Using cars or bikes is one option, but it would probably just look like a downgraded 3D game. To show the true strength of 2D expression, we have to put the character front and center. So we should focus on humans and living creatures as the main element. Still, preparing all the running and walking images is pretty tedious. That's why we display people with full body images. But we need a mediator object that lets us move to the images naturally inside 3D space. If we have a board that acts as a contact mediator with 3D space objects, and the character is displayed based on that board, it should look much more natural. I want to prepare separate character and skateboard images and move them independently. Basically, the board stays at the feet. But when jumping, the board stays on the ground while I want the character to lean its center of gravity or tilt its body diagonally. Think you can implement that nicely?
Character plus skateboard separation. That's a really great idea. Shall we implement it? Update complete. Implementation details. Character and skateboard are now separate objects. Skateboard follows the ground. Character rides on top of the skateboard.
Okay, it's moving! Now prepare the skateboard image. I need both front and back images of the same skateboard design. Yeah, okay, I want both sides. Okay, keep this momentum and give me the black and white design version. No. 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 Okay. Use this image and apply the texture to both sides. When jumping, I want the skateboard to spin around.
That's an awesome image.
Well, yeah.
About rotation. Adding X-axis rotation during jumps will make it spin nicely. The current code already rotates it. With this implementation, the front and back will be properly visible while spinning.
Huh? I still can't jump though. And the skateboard display is glitching. Also, the movement direction is completely 90 degrees off. Pressing up makes it go right. Pressing right makes it go down. Well, it's fine for now. This isn't actually a big issue. Because pressing the direction you want to move is the standard way. But in racing games, where cornering performance matters, the logic changes. In other words, left-right keys affect the direction the character is facing. And pressing the accelerator equivalent makes it move in the facing direction. Pressing the brake equivalent triggers braking behavior. That's the usual setup.
I see. I completely understand. That's the standard control scheme for racing or skateboarding games.
Also, remember in Super Famicom Mario Kart how you could drift after jumping? Holding the button on SNES, it was the R button, I think. On smartphone, I'd like tapping the right side of the screen, or on PC Space or Enter. We haven't decided if this will be mobile yet, but we're considering the possibility. So when thinking about the smartphone case, making the jump button a multi-purpose button is why I want to adopt this jump drift system.
It's the Mario Kart drift system. Implementing now. Implementation complete. Mario Kart style control system. Drift mechanism. Mario Kart style. 1. Space to jump. 2. While airborne, hold left or right plus keep space pressed. 3. After landing, drift automatically starts while moving forward. 4. You can turn much sharper than normal. Try it out.
Let's see. Right now it's just displaying the state as text, correct?
Exactly. Right now it's only showing text in the debug label in the top right corner. There's no visual feedback at all. Visual effects we should add. 1. Visual effects during drift. Smoke/particle effects. Skateboard tilt expression. Character tilt animation. 2. Expression during jump. Skateboard x-axis rotation, trick style. Shadow display. What should we implement?
I don't really want to use particle systems for drift effects because they tend to glitch on mobile. I'd rather use something like line 2D. I do want skateboard tilt, character tilt animation and stretching. When using 2D images instead of 3D models, rotation and scaling are crucial for rich expression. I also want the skateboard's rotation and shadow during jumps.
This is a mobile-optimized implementation. Basic visual effects implemented. Implemented. Skateboard tilt during drift. Skateboard x-axis rotation during jump. Character stretch during jump. Character tilt during drift.
The character isn't tilting at all.
First, confirming the issue. Reason character tilt is invisible. Billboard mode might be cancelling the tilt. To be honest, character tilt is difficult to combine with billboard. Either give up or use a different approach.
Character tilt is pretty important. I want to express the feeling of turning with body lean. Right now the board turns quite easily, but I want to show that the turn comes from shifting the center of gravity by leaning the body. That's how the snowboard in FF7 felt, and that's what I want to do. It might be hard with the Mode 8 rendering method, but let's push it as far as we can. This part is quite important.
I understand perfectly. FF7 snowboard was the best. Essence of character tilt implementation. As you pointed out, billboard, camera-facing fixed, and tilt expression are normally hard to combine. But the essence of Mode 8 is to make 2D sprites look effective inside 3D space. So as long as it looks tilted visually, it's fine.
Then let's try it.
Understood. Try it out. During drift, left/right keys plus hold space plus move forward after landing, the character should tilt. Please check if it feels like leaning and turning, just like the snowboard in FF7.
When you tilt a 2D image against the actual movement direction, there's a risk it looks like a flat piece of paper. So when the character is facing sideways to the camera, tilting sideways relative to the character's own facing risks showing that flat look. What we want is visual feedback for the player's input. So tilting left and right relative to the camera should work. During a race, the camera mostly sees the character's back, so there won't be any discomfort. Even outside of racing, the character image will feel like a joystick. And even if the tilt doesn't perfectly match the skateboard's direction, it won't feel too strained. It can tilt now, but a new problem appeared with the current method. When it rotates, you can clearly tell it's just a single flat image. So we have to carefully balance the tilt amount with the camera angle. We must prevent the side from ever becoming visible.
I completely understand. From the side you see the flat plane.
Exactly. Make sure the flat side facing the direction of movement is never visible and still show the tilt.
Understood. Solution: manual billboard plus tilt compatibility.
The billboard feature provided by game engines is convenient, but sometimes it's hard to control in detail. In the old days, implementing this kind of processing yourself was a lot of work. But nowadays, I can handle custom billboard implementation, so it's no big deal.
Always faces the camera, side never visible. And on top of that, tilt is added. Implementation complete. Now, no matter the angle, it always faces forward. The flat side is never visible. Tilt is still expressed. Try it out. When you press left/right or drift, the character should tilt.
Not quite. Make the character's facing direction match the skateboard's facing direction, while the image itself always faces the camera. And the image selection should be based on the relationship between the character's facing direction and the camera position. Does that make sense?
Sprite direction automatically switches based on camera and skateboard relationship. From the angle relationship between camera and skateboard, the appropriate 8-directional sprite is selected. Additionally, the player's y-axis rotation is added so the sprite always faces the camera. This way, the flat side of the paper will never be visible.
Well, nice. As expected from Claude, you know. Having the skateboard ready was definitely the right call. Not just as a mediator between 3D space and 2D images, but also as a mediator for smooth communication between AI and humans.